A Muslim woman is kicked out of a dollar store for wearing a niqab, which is a veil, like a hijab, but it covers everything but the eyes. Take a look.
You're telling me I have to leave this store?
Cell phone video captured what happened inside this family dollar store in Gary on Monday afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. If you can't remove that from your face, I need to leave the store.
What was on Sarah Muzdaher Safi's face was this traditional Islamic veil known as niqab. It covers her mouth and nose.
I've worn my garments for a long time. I have never been treated like this in any establishment, ever.
And many people on social are claiming that the store manager in the store is Islamophobic and it's discriminatory. However, the store manager says that that particular store is in an area where there was high crime rate, and they have had a lot of crime at that store. So the reason being, they say, wasn't discriminatory. They just wanted her to remove the veil. So anybody, they don't want anybody to be covered. Thoughts, 5 words or less.
Always hated Family Dollar.
Making a veiled threat.
Still undecided on this one.
Same.
Really?
Yeah.
I get it. This is just like the part where I'm like, yeah, if I'm in a dollar store that gets robbed, I want to see everybody's face. And I'm clearly not the kind of person who's going to be like, you can't wear your religious garb. But I'm also the person who says that a lot of religious garb is fucking stupid. Like, covering your face, I get that you believe in that, but like, come the fuck
And
on.
look, I tried looking into it about like the niqab and the hijab, like all of them.
Me too, yeah.
This is more based in tradition than it is like written in the Quran or whatever, that you have to cover your entire face. Like, so.
Well, there is, it depends. Like in Iran, there is a compulsory law where they have to be veiled.
Most places, the compulsory law is that you have to cover your hair.
Right, you have to.
Yes.
But beyond that,
there's
different.
Like that's this.
There's
still consider.
To have your whole face covered with a niqab or with a burqa, that is not mandated.
Exactly, it's tradition based.
Yes.
So in other countries, again, they might do that. So how do you
It's
enforce
still
anything?
mandated though, like on the women feeling oppressed, whether that woman feels that way or not. It's still the whole reason behind it is saying, oh, you can't show anything that's attractive to you. God forbid if you show your nose or your lips or any part of your face, that will entice the men around you, and that's bullshit.
Well, counter argument, some women do feel empowered by embracing what they believe in religious
and
texts.
that's okay.
This is
and for them that's okay. I just want women to have the choice.
This is her
but
choice.
we don't know that she didn't.
This woman has vocalized this is her choice.
Agreed.
And the dollar store, like I go into stores all the time that are like no shirts, no shoes, no service. And that implies, but then again, you're crossing a certain
We
legal
refuse
line.
the right to serve anyone.
Right, but you can't discriminate against someone based on religion, but whether or not that covers what they're wearing is a separate.
Right.
I think that's why it's a gray area, and it's kind of hard to make. I think it's hard for anyone. I think of all of us sitting here to make a final judgment on Family Dollar was wrong, and this is and she was right. I do think what makes me a little bit uneasy about this story is that, clearly this was a woman that was just trying to go about her day. And if it were me in the shoes of the manager of that store, I think I probably would have gone through with the purchase and been like, okay, in the future, this is our policy. I'm so sorry. If that doesn't work for you, maybe go to another establishment.
At the very least, can I see your ID?
I don't know.
But then that would have been a whole nother situation.
Does her ID, is she still wearing her niqab? It's like, here I am, and it's like, yep, this is definitely you.
Then she would have felt targeted. It's a difficult situation. What I think is wrong is people rushing to judgment on social, either calling this manager, the dollar store, Islamophobic.
Which she may very well be and probably is.
Which could be. Well, you can't say it probably is. You can't say that.
I could say probably, but it might not be.
Fair. That's not fair to a company because I get it. Believe me, I'm overly sensitive to this woman. Immediately when I heard this story, my heart broke for her, and I thought this was discriminatory. And then I really thought about, okay, if there was a lot of crime in this store, there is shoplifting, there is burglary, there is all kinds of things in this store, and they want to make sure that they can see everybody. You have to look at their
Yeah, totally. And when I say that like a lot of religious gear is stupid, I'm not saying like what you believe is terrible. That's just my opinion of it. I'm not like insisting that person change. I'm just voicing how I view it.
Right.
And it's like legally, I support an America where you can wear whatever you want based on what you believe. But like this is really where the rubber hits the road on where this gets to be like the hardest version of this discussion.
Yeah.
Where it's like safety versus religious freedom.
Yeah, I feel like it could have been sort of all this negative press that I'm sure both of them are getting. They didn't ask for this.
Right.
Could have been avoided if if they'd completed the purchase.
Yeah,
and then,
you're right.
look, in the future,
Yeah.
if there's
I
another
agree with
store,
you.
I'm so sorry. It's not me that's saying this. It's just a policy. I want to keep my job. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of crime in here, and it's better if we just leave
Instead
it
of
at
just
that.
being, no, get out.
What I will say is
take
I'm
it off
not
or get out.
surprised that the people at Family Dollar didn't do this because my brother applied for a job at Family Dollar a couple of years ago and they rejected him. And Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, and Dollar General all rejected my brother. So I don't like dollar stores.
Okay.
I don't like you guys.
And
Brother's
that's
Muslim.
classic.
Fair
That's
point.
Fair
really
point.
So I heard this story and I was
Grace
like,
is a
you're going down.
1%er, it sounds
Yeah.
like. Grace is all about the financial elites.
To end this conversation on a really cool, powerful note, I'm not sure if you guys have seen, we've talked about this, the hashtag men in hijab, which was started by an Iranian journalist, Masih Ali-Nejad. And a lot of Iranian men are wearing the hijab in selfie to challenge the compulsory veiling law in Iran. According to the Huffington Post, it says, donning a headscarf and wearing loose, modest clothing in public to prevent sexual advances from men has been enforced for Iranian women since conservative laws were passed in 1983, following the Islamic Revolution in 1979. And punishments for disobedience can range from detentions to lashes, but many women have started to rebel, and now we're seeing the men stand up for their women.
That's so
this
cool.
movement is all over the place, not only in Iran, but here too. It's really cool.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
down
it.
with
That's I think most Iranians are pretty secular to begin with because a lot of these people, they grew up before the Islamic Revolution and everything.
Yeah.
Like my mom in particular, just imagine growing up, you live like a Western life and then all of a sudden you have to cover up your hair.
Right.
So weird.
Yeah.
Way to shit the bed, America, on that one.
Well, what I do like, though, is if you read the captions on a lot of the selfies from some of these Iranian men, they do say if you choose to wear hijab, that's awesome. We just want you to be able to have the choice.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So they're not saying that that it's bad if women want
I
to
hope
do
that
it.
it catches on. I think it's an important message, especially in the political climate that we are experiencing right now in the U.S., for Americans to be exposed to. I think that this is a really important hashtag because there's so many misconceptions going on right now about Muslim Americans.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Just
And
Muslims,
Iran,
not just
period.
Muslim Americans.
Yeah, Muslims in general.
Yeah.
Like specifically Iran. I feel like most people don't know anything about the history. Like
If you didn't grow up in Los Angeles, you probably
Right,
your
like, I'm
perception
like-
of Iranians is so skewed.
it's crazy. Ugh. Anyways.
Yeah. Good conversation. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.